Let's talk about all the games happened on 23rd. Um, the first game, the first day after All-Star break. We got a few games. Let's talk about them. The first game is the Nuggets beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 115. The Nuggets are looking really, really good in the regular season at least. Let's see how far they can go in the playoffs. They are pretty much locked for the first seed. 40. Damn, Jokic might win another MVP. Let's see. 42 wins and 18 losses. 6 games ahead of the second seed Grizzlies. We are we don't how many games we have. We have 20 something games left. Nikola Jokic triple double, 18 points. Wow, the efficiency is insane. Not much else to say. Had 7 turnovers. KCP, how about KCP? 17 points. Did not miss a shot from the field. 4 threes, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. This game against the Cavaliers, so it's no joke that he's doing this. Jamal Murray had 16 points and 9 assists. Is okay. I think we got to think about rostering KCP with, well, actually they got Reggie Jackson back, so let's see. But KCP has been playing really well, getting a lot of defensive stats, hitting threes. We should roster him, especially in threes and steals. This guy Kankar started, had played 26 minutes. Not sure he's really good in fantasy. I know Aaron Gordon was out this game, so he's not really fantasy relevant. And Michael Porter Jr. hit 6 threes here. I mean, offensively, they're just clicking. 47% from 3 this game, and it was against a good defense. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they got rid of Kevin Love. So what does that mean? Not much in fantasy. Caris LeVert, even though he gets 30+ minutes, he's not doing much. 9 assists here is great. Isaiah Okoro, if he gets a few more minutes, it doesn't really matter. Donovan Mitchell had 22 points. Didn't really shoot the ball that well, but had 4 steals. Darius Garland had 22 points and 5 assists. Allen and Mobley had a huge game, 31 points and 9 rebounds, a steal and a block, and 2 threes. This is what we envision Mobley can do more often, but he's kind of like the third offensive option on this team, really. But he took 19 field goals, so versus Denver, something changed, especially on the defensive end. He's able to take 19 shots, so it's great. Let's talk about the next game. The Boston Celtics beat the Indiana Pacers 140-138. This game went to overtime. Jaylen Brown came back, and Jason Tatum, his field goal has been pretty. To start off the season, his field goal was great. He's still averaging over 30 points, shooting 46% from the field on the season now. So his efficiency has definitely dipped up quite a bit. He's actually the lowest field goal player inside that top 12. But added 12 rebounds, 10 for 11 from the free throw line is huge. 3 threes, 7 assists. Overall, still a very, very good game. Jaylen Brown also had 30 points, 11 rebounds with 3 threes, pretty good. And Robert Williams, what are we really gonna do with him? Al Horford also chipped in 34 minutes. He played 25 minutes with overtime. I don't know how many minutes he played in the overtime. So if there's no overtime, he maybe just play a few more minutes, and he's just not getting blocks. He's still averaging. Let's see how many blocks is he averaging on the season. Fantasy-wise, the ranking is still not bad, 69th. But he's only averaging 1.1 blocks. A lot of his value coming from the 73% field goal and 8.7 rebounds as well, and he doesn't really turn the ball over at all. So you still want to hold on to him, but this is somebody in the playoffs you got to think about dropping. Because he's kind of too. A lot of the big men, all they do is grab rebounds and block shots. If you know you got that 2 category lockdown, or you know you're gonna lose, it's okay to drop them and stream somebody else in the playoffs, for sure. At Horford, 33 minutes is good, didn't do much, and Marcus Smart, he came back, had 2 steals, and Derrick White and Malcolm Brogdon, everybody back and healthy. I think they could just be streaming options. For the Pacers, look at Miles Turner, 40 points, 8 threes. He could not be stopped, but just had 1 block. Offensively, really, this year he's being really unbelievable. And but ranking-wise, he's still averaging 2.3 blocks. But years in the past, he could 2.7, 2.8. But 18 points might be the highest he averaged in his career. I'm not sure. I need to double check on that. Buddy Hield played okay, 18 points and a steal with 4 threes. Tyrese Haliburton had 14 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. This is the beautiful stat line. Andrew Nembhard is not a must roster. Aaron Naismith could be a streaming option, and Benedict Mathurin, if you want free throws, he can give you that free throw percentage, and he can score a little bit. And TJ McConnell, I think he started one game, there was some hype, but this game came back down to earth, only 13 minutes, so we could move on from him. Unless Tyrese Haliburton gets hurt, he's just going to be on the bench for the most nights. The next game, Detroit Pistons lost to Atlanta Magic 106-108. Jalen Duren, he played just 22 minutes with 5 fouls, so I'm not going to drop him after this one back game, even though James Wiseman played 24 minutes. So the minutes is going to be, because you have another guy come here and take some minutes away from the center spot. So it is a little bit worrying, but let's see what happens. If they're splitting the minutes, it's okay to move on from here as well. Just be ready. Isaiah Stewart is just a streaming option for rebounds and some blocks. Had 8 rebounds and a block here. Bogdanovic, well, the minutes is for a lot. Some of the starters are low. Pretty interesting. 28 minutes for Bogdanovic as well. We still want to roster him. He somehow stayed on this team after the trade deadline. Alec Burks put up a great line, but in just 18 minutes. So unless somebody got hurt, he's not really very relevant. Otherwise, we could stream him if someone gets hurt for sure. James Wiseman is not fantasy relevant either because Jalen Duren had 5 fouls. I think he played a few extra minutes. So we'll see what happens next game. Jaden Ivey had a great game. 25 points. Great from the field. 2 for 4 from the free throw line. We shouldn't be surprised at this point. But he shot the ball really, really well. And Killian Hayes didn't really do much, but again, shot 40% from the field. That's actually good for him, that he shot 40% from the field in one game. For the Magic, they won by a tip by Wendell Carter Jr. So that's great, but he finished with 5 for 13. 14 rebounds is really good, a steal and 2 blocks. Pancaro, pretty rough game. 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 11 points, bad efficiency across the board. Hopefully he bounced back from this. And Franz Wagner, he's been horrible for a long time now. And 21 points is good, 2 threes, but just need to give us a little bit more. Garrett Harris, they keep starting him and making Jalen Suggs and Cole Anthony coming off the bench, but he's not fantasy relevant. And Markel Fultz, another great game, 8 assists and 2 steals with the block. He's really, really kind of, with the shoulder injury and stuff, he's made a pretty good comeback, I would say. The next game, the Memphis Grizzlies went to Sixers, 105. It was a big comeback too. They were down 17 points, 105, 110. Jaren Jackson Jr., great game again. 1 steal and 4 blocks, and was able to play 33 minutes. And some nights he's gonna shoot the ball like this. It's okay. The defensive stats are just been too good. Dillon Brooks didn't do much, 11 points. And Ja Morant had what a horrible game he had. Who was locking him down? D'Anthony Melton only played 13 minutes. A horrible game. Went to the free throw line 10 times. That's great. Had 2 steals. Denzel Bay had, the only guy who had it going offensively for this team. 25 points and 4 threes. For the Sixers, Tyrese Maxey. Still coming off the bench, but the minutes is great here. 37 minutes with 16 points. James Harden, what a game. 31 points. Really good from the field. 6 threes, 7 assists, 7 rebounds, steal and 2 blocks. He's still ranked outside of round 1. So if you drafted this guy at top 6, he's not really giving you that good of a value. And he, even though counting wise is good, but he turned the ball over a lot. This year actually he shot better than he was last year. He shot 45%, but still he needs to maybe give us some more defensive stats if possible. He's not going to score too much, on this team. He's not scoring 25. 21, 22, 10 assists is really great. Joel Embiid also struggled from the field, but ended the game with 27 points. Because, Jaren Jackson Jr. is no joke defending the paint. Even though I feel like Joel Embiid shouldn't have struggled this hard. He's so much bigger than Jaren. But he also had 6 blocks himself. Tobias Harris 20 points. That's great. And D'Anthony Melton, yeah, he had 5 fouls in 30 minutes. I think it's okay. Like if you want steals, if Alex Caruso is on the waiver wire, you should go pick him up. It's just not guaranteed he's gonna get the minutes every game, so it's okay to drop him. The next game is the New Orleans Pelicans. All right, sorry about that. The next game is the New Orleans Pelicans lost to the Raptors 110-115. We still don't know when Zion is coming back. So Trey Murphy actually only got 23 minutes this game. It's interesting, the rotation. They got a lot of good players, but Josh Richardson kind of took some of the wing minutes from him. Josh Richardson played 29 minutes, had 3 steals. Like Josh Richardson has been getting a lot of defensive stats. So if you're looking for that, go stream him until Zion comes back. Who knows what? He's still weeks away, maybe. Herbert Jones still getting the 33 minutes. Didn't do anything offensively, but the still in 2 blocks, 5 rebounds is okay. If you look at, if you need defensive stats, you want to have Herbert Jones right now over guys like D'Anthony Melton. Brandon Ingram had a huge game offensively, 36 points. That's good. It's good to see him just playing healthy. CJ had 23. Not the best game, but did hit 3 threes. Valanciunas had double-double in 29 minutes, and Larry Nance had 19. But Josh Richardson, could be a streaming option. And the Raptors, man, their length is insane. Jacob Poeltl again, 9 for 11. The trade really helped him out, I think. He's also more motivated, right? On the Spurs, there's nothing to play for. On this team, at least they're a playoff team. 9 for 11, 18 rebounds, 3 steals and a block. Really, really good. Late season, the trade is really helping him out. And then the other starters, OG is back. Of course, had 2 steals and a block, doing what he does the best, getting the defensive stats. Pascal Siakam had 26 points and 1 3. Not much else. But Poeltl's line looks just so pretty. Scotty Bombs, this game, Fred VanVleet was out. So I don't know how the starting lineup is going to look like. Now that OG is back, is Gary Trent going to come off the bench? Gary Trent had 2 steals and 18 points with 3-3, yeah. He give you points, 3 and steals. Everything else is really not there. And Scotty had 3 steals and a block. Scotty Bombs is, the efficiency is going to be an issue always with him. I think next year it's going to be more or less the same story. But the number, the rebounds, the assists, the steals, and blocks are pretty good. And Chris Boucher still coming in, played 22 minutes, had 8 rebounds and a block. He had a crazy play where he took three dribbles, goes to the 94 feet, just dunks the ball. Pretty amazing. The guy has amazing length. That's why he gets so many blocks. Crazy wingspan too. The next game is, the Spurs lost by 26 points. Shouldn't be a surprise. And Devontae Graham, I think we could stream him for some points. Maybe not points, but for some 3s and assists. He's starting. This game Trey Jones was out, but he's been getting good minutes coming off the bench. So it could be an assist streaming option, right? Malaki Branham played 35 minutes. Sure, the minutes is there. But don't expect consistent output from any of the Spurs guys, other than Keldon Johnson, who can maybe give you 20 points a night. But guys like Zach Collins is also up and down. He played 27 minutes. But he's a must roster regardless. Grabbed 12 rebounds. That's good, but no defensive stats. And Keita Bates-Diop didn't really do much. The Spurs team is just, man, what are they doing the next few years too? But they don't have anybody that have superstar potential or anything like that. They're just playing games. For the Dallas Mavericks, the Kyrie Irving had 23. Luka had easy 28 points. Impressive. What's impressive is going 11 for 12 from the free throw line. Had 10 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. This is pretty good. Really good game. All around game from him. And Tim Hardaway Jr. came off the bench. He only played 26 minutes. That's interesting. So they are sticking with Josh Green and Reggie Bullock in the starting lineup. And Tim Hardaway Jr. coming off the bench. He did take 11 threes. So points and mainly just the points and threes guy. But if the minutes is not there, right, he's not a full. He's not a must roster. And Justin Holiday actually came in and played 21 minutes as well. Just a lot of 3 and D guys. And Christian Wood, what are we gonna do with him? He had 5 fouls. But if it wasn't for the 5 fouls, I don't think he's gonna crack the 30 minutes. It's pretty sad. Like after the Kyrie trade, I think they may just not. They're gonna play him less minutes, because they don't need another guy that can help Luka out offensively now. Because now they got Kyrie. The next game, Oklahoma City Thunder lost to the Jazz. Yeah, Oklahoma City Thunder, they're trying to win games because they're in the playing, right? They are just right. They're right there. They're half game behind. Wow, this is actually a huge game for both the Jazz and Warriors. If they beat the Jazz, they will be huge for Thunder. Shea had 39 points. It went to overtime, 39 points. I mean, what else you gotta say about Shea? Other than not really taking a lot of threes, everything else is being amazing. Josh Giddey had 11 rebounds and 2 steals, but horrible shooting night from him. Jalen Williams, 11 points, had 7 minutes. Not a must roster, and same thing with Kendrick Williams. The center rotation for this team is really up and down. You just don't know who's getting the minutes. Jalen Williams, though, 37 minutes, although not much, but he's a must roster, and Lou Dort had a bit of everything. 11 rebounds, a steal and block with 4 assists, but he's just a streamer. She usually does not provide anything else other than threes and a little bit of points. But don't drop Jalen Williams. Don't do anything dumb. He was in a bit foul trouble as well. We look at the Jazz. Yep. Lauren Markkanen, 43 points and 10 rebounds, 3 threes, 10 for 10 from the free throw, and continues to be amazing. Who else is amazing? Walker Kessler, 7 blocks, 18 rebounds. I don't know, man. If he can average close to 3, he's like a top 20 player rest of the way. And you get this guy off the waiver wire, man, it's scary. Scary. He's obviously not going to do this every single game, but wow, he is amazing. Kelly Olynyk, also a must roster, amazing. 2 steals and a block, 7 rebounds and 12 points. Jordan Clarkson and Taylor Horton Tucker, actually out of nowhere, got 35 minutes. That's because that guy is out. What's his name? Colin Sexton was out. But Taylor Horton Tucker getting 35 minutes also is fantasy relevant. Jordan Clarkson, 24 points, just doing what he does best, scoring and hit threes. Let's go to the next game. The Warriors lost to the Lakers. Yep, still no Steph Curry. And they need Steph Curry back ASAP. Curry cannot take his time because they might just be out of the playoffs. Right? They're right now the 10th seed. They lost 2 straight. And this is actually a huge game for the Lakers too, right? They're now, with this win, they're 1.5 games behind the 10th seed. So it's gonna be, the race is gonna be pretty tight. The Lakers need to win every single game. The margin for error is pretty slim with 20 games left. Especially when you play teams in that range, the Warriors, the Jazz, the Thunder, the Trailblazers. You gotta win those games. Draymond, who played well. Dante DiVincenzo played just 24 minutes, but he could be a streaming option until Curry comes back. Jordan Poole played really bad, 16 points. But he'll bounce back from this. But once Curry comes back, Poole's value is going to dip a lot. Klay Thompson had 22 points and 2 steals with 4 threes. That's okay. Also, same thing when Curry comes back, he's going to lose some usage for sure. Draymond, 11 rebounds, a steal and a block, 5 assists. Kuminga played 25 minutes, didn't really do much yet. Across the board, the Warriors nobody played that well. And then for the Lakers, interesting, look at AD and LeBron. AD played 25 minutes and only took 5 field goals. Added 2 blocks and 12 rebounds. I guess they didn't really need him. He kind of struggled. He was only a +5. Wow. Malik Beasley is the guy that they need to space the floor. Amazing. He could be a 3-point streamer, I think. The minutes is going to be up and down for him on this team. Also, D'Lo kind of got hurt. But I think he's going to contribute a lot. I think the trade deadline really helped the Lakers because they got D'Lo. Also, he hurt his ankle, but it's not too serious. He might miss a few games. Um, but Malik Beasley is a really good shooter. Jared Vanderbilt playing defense on this team, really great. And then they got Mo Bamba can contribute a little bit. I like the moves they made at the trade deadline. Let's see if they can make a late push. LeBron, only 13 points, 5 for 20. One of his worst games, but it didn't matter. They win by 13, right? 9 rebounds and only 8 assists too. Mo Bamba had 13 rebounds coming off the bench, 22. Yeah, because AD was only played a few minutes, so Bamba was able to come in, get a few extra minutes. The Portland Trailblazers, yeah, they need to win games. They are in the to get to the play-ins, but this game, Damian Lillard did not play, Jeremy Grant did not play. I don't know what's going on because they were saying they're gonna cancel the game and then they didn't cancel the game. Drew Eubanks, with Nurkic out, he didn't really do much, to be honest. So he's not a must roster. You could drop him if you want, if there's a better guy out there. Cam Reddish come in and played 34 minutes. Nessa Little played 33 minutes, and Matisse Thybulle only played 27. So we just don't know when Dame, what the minutes gonna be like. I think 35 minutes of Cam Reddish makes him a must roster on this team because he's gonna get some shots, he's gonna take some threes, he's gonna get some defensive stats. Not a must roster, maybe. If you're punting field goals, you gotta really look at him. And Matisse Thybulle, if he played 35 minutes, he's a must roster. I think in category leagues for anybody because the steals and the blocks is gonna come in. Roy Arcidiacono started at the point guard. Oh my God, he played 35 full minutes, had 6 assists and 6 rebounds. But man, look at this roster. I'm surprised they only lost by 17 points. De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis, easy work for both of them. 18 points for Sabonis, 18 rebounds, 10 assists, and 3 steals is huge for him. De'Aaron Fox, also amazing game for him as well. Did it only in 26 minutes, and Kevin Huerter had hit two threes. Not much to talk about for the Kings. Keegan Murray just there, putting up some very, very mediocre numbers. And Harrison Barnes had 15, just not a must roster. They got a good schedule, you could stream it. And that's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.